why you should always go reusable and why it is better for our planet. If you can imagine every single plastic bag that you've ever obtained in your life, imagine that on one single beach. More than likely the beach would almost be full, because that is how much plastic that we go through. Plastic is not good for the environment, and it's just single use, so you're really only using it once and then putting it out in the trash and putting it out on the earth, and that's really not good for the planet. So my thesis is that we should be using reusable items over plastic items because they're easier, you don't have to buy that many, it's a better choice for the environment, and it protects your carbon footprint. If you go into general reusable products, for example, the water bottle. You drink a lot of water in your life, in the day, just in general. You would need 8 fluid ounces at least a day, which is about 3 to 4 water bottles. Imagine 3 to 4 water bottles every single day for the rest of your life. And there are some people that do that. They strictly only use bottled water, which is so harmful for the environment because every single time that you use that water or drink that water, it's gone. Except for the people who use reusable water bottles, you buy maybe 2 or 3 water bottles and you get to reuse that. And if you were to use only plastic bottles, you would use about 1,460 bottles a year. Compare that to the people who use reusable water bottles, who maybe have 2 or 3 that they want to switch out, maybe wash one. That is exponentially a lot worse. 1,460 versus 2 or 3. I would go the 2 or 3 route. It's easier. You don't have to spend money on it. You don't have to buy it. You literally just wash it. And washing your dishes is something that everyone can learn how to do. And I don't think that is something that we should be killing our planet for. So wash your own dishes and buy reusable items. And how states and countries and counties are trying to push reusable items. You can tell that counties are trying to push this a lot. For example, I live in Virginia, and Virginia adds a 5-cent charge to every single bag. That is a federal charge. It's a tax. You can't not do it. Every single store has to comply with it. And there are some stores that try to go above and beyond because they really want to help the planet and that it's their mission to help. Like, for example, Walmart will charge $2 per bag, or you'll find Target charging 50 cents per bag. They will go a little bit above that 5 cents because they really care about the planet. And you will see people in Walmart, most of those people are using reusable bags because they do not want to pay $2 for every single bag that they want to carry their stuff in. I mean, you go to Walmart to buy a lot of stuff usually, and imagine you're walking out with 3 or 4 bags. That is either $6 or $8 just on bags, when you could just keep reusable bags in your car at all times and bring them. You buy it one time and you never ever have to buy it again unless you lose it, but if they're always in your car, that's going to really help, and it reduces so much plastic. And I also want to go into the details of just why reusable products are better. We always just assume, oh yes, because less plastic. But there are specific things that make reusable products a lot better, not just less plastic. Reusable items are better for our planet because, number one, it saves your money. You do not have to buy plastic bottles all the time. You do not have to pay for bags every single time you go to the grocery store. It's saving your money and it's saving your planet. So I feel as though it's an easy decision to just save the planet and save your own money as well. And number two, it releases less gas emissions into the atmosphere, but it also reduces energy because every single time that you have to make these plastic items, you're using energy and you're using first-hand raw materials that need to be put into making plastic. If you make the reusable items once, you really save a lot of energy into not making other stuff. And if we, as a society, mainly only use reusable items, there would be so much less energy going into that because there would be so many raw materials that are saved. And last, less waste is putting into our earth and into our space. You see junkyards now, they are overfull, they are overfilling, they're just out of control because people take their trash out and their trash is just mainly plastic, and plastic is really only single use. You there are some people that like to use plastic water bottles as reusable items where they will buy it and then they'll refill it. But the problem with that is that you're still buying it, and plastic is not really that strong of a material. And so when you try to reuse it multiple times, it's really going to tear down, and you still contributed to buying plastic water bottles. So in general, you're just contributing to the increase in producing plastic water bottles. Whereas if you want to use a reusable water bottle, you can buy one from the grocery store and you just have to dishwash it, and that is pretty much it. And another thing that I would like to talk about is that you usually can't use a reusable water bottle forever, but reusable bags and reusable water bottles have been used hundreds and hundreds of times before they tear out and make the same impact as one single water bottle, which is a very important statistic. So you could use your reusable bag, reusable water bottle, maybe like 150 times before it even makes the same impact as drinking one plastic water bottle. So that is something to keep in mind when you're making these conscious decisions, when you go to the grocery store, when you're trying to get a new water bottle for school, whether deciding to get a Brita or buy plastic water bottles. Remember that the choice is yours and the planet is yours, and this is the planet that you're going to live on. This is the planet that your children are going to live on. This is the planet your grandchildren and hopefully great-grandchildren. But in the way that we're going, we really can't promise that, because we are destroying our planet single-handedly, person by person, and we really need to put a stop to that and ending climate change and ending all this waste that is completely unnecessary. So do one good thing and buy reusable items to save your planet. Thank you.